is it really possible for people to safely whiten their skin?
A lot of people are trying to minimize costs by using their body cream on their face.
Today's video is a bit different. I've had a lot of questions in my comment section, and I've read through other skincare content creator comment sections, and I find that some of the questions are kind of similar. So I pulled out some of those questions and I wanted to do a video. But then I thought about what better way to do this video than to collaborate with a colleague. And who else but this amazing lady? She's so amazing, and she's been consistent with creating content around skincare. I absolutely love her videos, and I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Aderonke, and popularly known as Aderonke. I'm a skincare content creator and a YouTuber. So nice to meet you.
Yeah, and if you're new here, my name is Onyinye Anikwe. I also create content around skincare, and we're both happy to collaborate on this video. So we're just going to be chatting a bit about some of the questions, frequently asked questions in our comment sections. A lot of people are looking now to start their skincare routine, but they are not sure how to go about it. Maybe because, when you go on Instagram, you see a lot of products, you see different people, recommending different things. So, and some people are really busy. They don't have time to spend so much time in the morning trying to prep their skin. So the question is always, what is the most important step for me as I want to begin a skincare routine? Aderonke, what do you think?
Actually, when people ask me this question, I always tell people you can always stick to the basic. And for me, basic is just 3 steps. Considering if you don't have any skincare concerns or any skin concerns. So I would say the first step is to cleanse your face. The following step should be to moisturize, and the third should be to apply sunscreen. Those 3 steps, they are the most important when it comes to skincare routine.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, because some people make skincare really complex. If you miss out SPF, every other thing you've put on there is a waste, especially when you're using treatments.
It's just like pouring water in a basket. There's no point if you are not using SPF.
Exactly. The whole essence of skincare is a waste without an SPF. And I also believe that just because somebody is using a particular product does not mean that it will work well for your skin. Because I did a video, and in the comment section of that video, someone came and said that this particular product is rubbish. And I'm like, the product I think is an amazing product. The thing is, this particular product is not the best one for you. So you should be taking into cognizance your skin type when purchasing your product. Another question I get often is SPF important? People ask that question a lot, since we're talking about SPF right now. Aderonke, what's your own opinion on that? I know you said something, but can you throw more light?
I have actually heard a lot of takes, especially on TikTok, about SPF. A lot of people said our forefathers weren't using SPF, so why should we? There are a lot of people with clear skin that don't use SPF. But considering a lot of things, a lot of factors right now, the climate especially, ozone layer depletion is real. I feel like SPF should be non-negotiable for anybody. It is really important, because apart from the fact that it protects you against skin cancer, it also protects you. It serves as anti-aging for your skin. So unless you want to be looking older than your age, SPF should be the most important skincare in your routine. It's very important.
How about if the cream already has SPF, or maybe your makeup already has SPF? Do you think there's no need to use SPF?
I see a lot of marketing gimmick about this thing. They will have SPF 10, SPF 5, SPF 15, and they'll tell you, oh, it contains sunscreen. Please, it does not contain sunscreen. That thing is rubbish. That thing is rubbish. Anything below SPF 30 is rubbish. Because even SPF 30, I personally do not encourage people to use SPF 30, because when there's 50, why are you using 30? Because even 50 can only protect you for 2 hours to 3 hours max.
Exactly.
So why would you even subject yourself to SPF 30? Not another talk of SPF 10, SPF 15. That's a waste of money. Don't be a
Yeah,
victim. That's what I'll
yeah,
say.
yeah. So the ultraviolet rays that get to us, they come in two forms: the UVA and UVB. And the UVB penetrates through glass. So even when it's winter or when the weather is really very cold, when it's snowing, that ray is still able to get to us here in the on Earth. And that's the particular ray that causes sunburns. So it's important that you're using your SPF. What's the amount of SPF, in your own opinion, that is enough?
I always tell people to go for 2 to 3 finger rules. Two to three
Yeah.
finger rules. Ensure that it is enough to cover your face and your neck. But a lot of people disagree that as long as it is enough for your face, you don't necessarily need to follow the 2 or 3 finger rules. But I always say 2 to 3 finger rules just to be sure. So if you don't have big head, you can go a little.
Yeah, that's a good one. Consider the size of
You
your
can,
body.
yes, you
The
can go
area
a
you're.
little above.
Yeah, sunscreens are also meant to be reapplied because a lot of people put their sunscreen on in the morning and then they feel like, oh, it's all good. But with your sunscreen sprays, thankfully I got this yesterday. This one just ran out. I bought this one. I have this on this table that I'm using. So your sunscreen spray, this is the one I use. This Bondi Sands comes really handy. I carry it around after every 2 hours. I just spray my sunscreen on. So even when you
I've
have
never
no,
really tried sunscreen sprays though. I use sun sticks.
it's amazing. I tried Sunstick, the one by, is it Tokobo? That's the one I use. I started out with. But after a while, I decided to try this one. And for me, it's absolutely doing it. I just shake it and then spray it on my face and I am good to go. So the most important thing is, by all means, whether you're using the sunscreen stick, you're using the normal cream or whatever, by all means,
Just
reapply your.
reapply every
Exactly.
2 or 3 hours.
Very important. So some people have this issue with, oh, there's toner, there's essence, there's serum, and they're like, oh, I want to keep it as simple as possible. What's the difference between all these three things, and which one do I really need to be using? What's your opinion? What's your take on that?
Before, toners used to be to balance your skin pH. But right now we have seen improvements in formulation and you don't necessarily need a toner that balances your skin pH because most of the moisturizer serums are not tailored to your skin pH. But now we now have toners that exfoliate, we now have toners that brighten your skin. So I'll say toner is optional, not necessarily a necessity. So
Yeah.
if you choose to add toner to your routine, that's fine. And if not, you are fine without it. As for essence as well, essence basically serves for hydration, to hydrate your skin. So if you're adding essence to your routine, you are basically adding hydration to your skin. So if your skin do not need that essence hydration, does not need that excess hydration, you are fine without an essence. But personally, I'm an essence girly. I always use essence in my routine. That's
I can't
because
do.
I do not have any hydrating serum. There's no need for it. But
I
when it
actually,
comes to serum, I'll always say go for treatment serums.
yeah.
Hydrating serums are not a necessity. Treatment serums say something that contains anything tyrosinase inhibitors, exfoliants. I'll say serum is a necessity depending on your skin concern. Right now there are brightening toners, so if you want to add that, say you are dealing with hyperpigmentation and you need that layer of acid treatment to help you, you can add a brightening toner, but it's not a necessity.
If you're using a treatment serum that will brighten your skin, because I mean, we're trying to cut down on cost here, and we're also trying
That's
to
true.
simplify the steps. You don't want to spend so much hours in the morning trying to put this. And you need to wait in between your products that you're applying. Apply one, wait a little bit so that it sits into your skin before you put on the other one. So except you have the time, to pamper yourself and layer, layer, layer. But yes, for consistency, the toners I feel like are more watery and the essence are thicker and more hydrating. And your
Yeah.
serums, like Aderonke said, basically focus on treatment serums, and you need to be thinking about what your goal is. What are you trying to achieve before you buy a serum, not just because it's
Yes.
trendy. Yes.
And I always advise buying a serum that contains cocktail of ingredients, not just serum that
Exactly.
contains niacinamide or maybe tranexamic acid. Ensure that it has like lots of it so you are not wasting your money.
Exactly, especially when you're treating issues like hyperpigmentation, you need
Definitely.
different ingredients to work together to be able to achieve what you're going. Do you get this question when people say, "Oh, can I use the cream I use on my body on my face as well?" Do you get that question sometimes? Like when you
I
review a
do.
product and you're telling people it's a body cream, but they're asking you, "Can I use it on my face?" So
A lot of
frustrating.
people are trying to minimize costs by using their body cream on their face. But I always say no, no. Even if the brand says it can be used on both face and body, I always say stick to body. If it's for body, if it's for face, stick to the face.
Yeah, completely agree. Especially when you have skin concerns that you're dealing
A
with.
lot of body creams, moisturizers can be too heavy for your face. It can
Exactly,
be too heavy for your skin type sef, because we have different skin types on our face, on our body. You can
exactly.
have oily hair and be dry in your body. I don't
Yeah,
think it can do the same job.
exactly. That's a good point because some people have like normal skin on their body, but on their face they have oily skin. So why would you use that same body cream you're using on your normal skin on your body on your face? That it doesn't make sense. And besides, the skin on your face is not as tough as that one on your body. So you want to be
Yeah.
plus. I mean, your face needs a little bit of TLC. So I mean, give it some little pampering. People would ask, do I really need a face moisturizer? I mean, I already have an oily skin. Why am I moisturizing my face? Again, do you think that people who have oily skin still need to moisturize their skin?
I'll say yes. I'll say yes. Because imagine having like an oily skin, you treat your face, cleanse it, do everything, apply a serum, and you're not sealing in all of that goodies. So what is the point? The work of a moisturizer is to seal it, to ensure that there is no moisture loss, to ensure that everything that you put on your face is on your face. It's not
Yeah,
evaporating to the atmosphere or whatever. And apart
yeah,
from that, moisturizer can also serve as some moisturizer contains a lot of hydration, so you need that excess hydration, especially if you have oily skin, to reduce sebum too. There are a lot of work that moisturizers are doing that you are missing out on if you are not using moisturizer and an oily skin. And for somebody that has like a combination skin, my skin right now is normal to oily. As you can see, I'm already sweating on my T-zone. That's to show you that's to show you that I have a normal to oily skin. I never skip moisturizer. There was a time that I do not use moisturizer at all, and compared to now, I'll say moisturizers are a must.
yeah. So consider your moisturizer like an icing on the cake. If you want that cake
Exactly.
to look really pretty, then you need to put that icing, like put it up with the icing. And yes, people confuse having a dehydrated skin with having an oily skin. You can have an oily skin and your skin is still dehydrated. So even oily skin needs moisture, water. Your body needs water, your skin also needs water. And the job of the moisturizer is to lock in the moisture. That's why it's called a
The
moisturizer.
moisturizer.
Mindful when you're purchasing your products, your moisturizers, buy the one that works for your skin type. I always stress because people are always asking, everybody wants to have a brighter skin. And the question is always, oh, what can I use to lighten my skin? Can the cream lighten or brighten my skin? Focus on moisturizing your skin is very important. What will benefit if you have a fair skin that is not properly moisturized? Because it's that moisture that will give your skin that glow. So you can be
That
fair.
radiance that you are dying for.
Yeah, so it's not just being fair, but you need to be moisturizing. It's a very important step that you do not need to skip. I don't know what moisturizers work for you, but for people who are on a budget, I know Simple has a range of skincare products for people with oily skin concerns. And then there's one particular cream for oily skin, La Rose Posay Effaclar. That one is really nice for people who have enough money to, spend.
If you
And
have
I,
enough money, there are a lot of moisturizers that you can buy. For
yeah,
example, I'm
for
a
me,
diehard fan of Toriden. I
oh,
don't know if
sorry,
you've heard about it.
I know
That
Toriden.
Toriden dive
I've not,
in gel
I've not
moisturizer.
tried their
Mwah.
products
Chef
yet.
kiss.
I've
I
not
love
tried
it.
them. The one I just used was the Inky List plumbing face cream. I just
I've never tried
finished.
anything mist.
I just emptied that container, and the cream is really amazing. So if you're not it's not very expensive. It's not anyway. It's that being expensive is irrelevant. Like
I'll
oily,
just say go for anything gel moisturizer. I feel like gel moisturizers work well for
oily
oily
skin.
skin.
Yes, yes. For people who have acne, what's the best way to get rid of acne scars and dark spots, in your opinion?
That's a long. It's supposed to be a separate video.
Like you said earlier, you should have ingredient serums that have a cocktail of ingredients, right? So for people who have dark
Oily
spots
skin.
or
Dark spot though.
acne, yes, dark spots or acne, there are certain products like tyrosinate inhibitors should be in their ingredients. And then I know a lot of people are not so big on hydroquinone, but honestly, that product can be used to spot treat, right? Depending on how severe, and of course, hydroquinone should be used for a long period of time. But whether it is very effective, it is very effective, but it should be applied with caution. Another ingredient is kojic acid. Kojic acid is actually very good too for hyperpigmentation, redness.
Tranexamic
Yeah,
acid works well.
if you're trying out certain ingredients, you need to see a dermatologist. Don't go and
Yes.
do.
Don't go and self-medicate or whatever they call it.
Have you seen people that do chemical peels by themselves? Have you seen that video?
They
There's a
don't
video
like themselves. I've seen something like that.
I'm like, this is
There was even
crazy.
somebody that was mixing was it not the ordinary that AHA BHA toner? She mixed
Yeah.
it with Polo's 2% salicylic acid. You should see her face. It burned. Like the scars
Yeah.
was scarred.
You do mix that AHA BHA is already too strong.
That's already a peeling solution
Yeah,
itself.
it's a peeling solution. You now mix it with some. No, the person doesn't like herself, obviously.
No, she had scars. She wanted to be
Yeah, but sometimes less is actually more when it comes to skincare. That's what people don't know. Less is
exactly.
actually more. Let's move on and talk about this thing that is always in the comment section. Does the product lighten or brighten the skin? Is it really possible for people to safely whiten their skin, in your opinion?
No. Especially when you are using like a white thing. That term itself, there is no safely attached to it.
Why would you want to do that? Like, honestly, there's no safe way to whiten your skin. That's just the
There's
truth.
no, I always see it. Whenever I say I just know it's clickbait. If you see anybody titling how to whiten your skin safely without bleaching, it's clickbait. Just know they want to collect your money.
Yeah. Because
But I've
imagine
seen a lot of brands now, they just use whitening. It has become a marketing term just for people to buy.
yeah, but most of those products actually do not whiten the skin. Because when
Exactly,
you're
that's what
taking
I'm saying.
ingredients like vitamin C cannot whiten your skin.
There is
It
no way
cannot.
vitamin C will whiten your skin. Most of
So,
them, if it's a really whitening product, it has to contain some of, I think, steroid also.
and those are not, they are not okay. If you really like your skin, just embrace your natural skin. And if you want to, make it look radiant and shiny, and not see the way Ronke is looking now. She's white, but she's glowing. That's what you need. Your opinion, what are the habits you think people should incorporate? Because personally, I think skincare, having a good skin, is more like a lifestyle. It's not just about
Yes.
applying cream on your body and expecting the magic to happen. So, in your own opinion, what do you think are the good habits or the best practices that one has to, you know, implement to be able to get that glowing skin?
There are a lot of habits, but first one I always recommend is do your night routine, please. That habit is very important. Always ensure that you never skip your night routine because imagine all of those free radicals you've been exposed to, all of those sunscreen residue, and you're not washing it away in the evening. What's the point? That's the
Yeah.
number one habit I always say. Do ensure that you're always in your night routine. And the second one that I see a lot of people making the mistake of is not cleansing for 60 seconds. So I always say cleanse your skin for 60 seconds. Don't just do and be gentle on yourself. Be gentle on your skin. Stop touching your
Yeah.
face. Stop touching your
Yeah.
face. I'm telling myself, stop touching
Exactly.
your face.
Picking the pimples and all that.
Stop picking stop popping your pimples. There are a lot of habits and ensure you're washing your pillowcase. ensure you're
Yeah,
washing your feet against
that's
this.
another thing. That's another thing. All the bacteria from your hair products and everything and landing on your face. Another thing most people do, you wash your face before you wash your hair. That's another thing that people don't realize is not.
That can never be me. I'll wash my face. I'll wash my hair first.
Yeah, some
Like,
people actually wash their face and or maybe after taking their bath, they now wash their hair in the bathtub. You know, that kind of a thing. And then you're getting all the residue from the hair care products onto your
on your
face. That's
face.
another thing. For me, I'm big on use your sunscreen, but most importantly, drinking a lot of water. People
Mm,
overestimate what water can do. Water, right? Water is life. Is it how many percentage of your body is water? Is it like 80 or 70% of your body is made up of water? You need to be hydrating your skin from the inside and then eating good food. Instead of spending all your money purchasing expensive skincare products, if you pay a little bit more attention to your diet, you'll see that your skin will glow even without doing so much with just the basic steps. Eating good food,
yes.
cutting off sugar, processed food and all that will do you a lot of good. Drink plenty water and then do as like the basics you need to do for skincare. Cleanse
I
properly,
completely agree.
moisturize, and use your SPF. And maybe use a treatment product, maybe retinol, depending on how old you are in the night. Starting out, I like the Ordinary's retinol actually because it contains squalene. The one that
I've actually
contains
never
squalene.
used retinol. I think the one that was prepared to me by my dermatologist was adapalene. It's another form of vitamin A.
You're going to repeat after me. One thing I can never do without as a skincare enthusiast is
Cleansing. I cannot do without
cleansing.
it. Mm.
Okay. One thing I wish I knew earlier as a skincare enthusiast is
To never stop my treatment. If you have acne is not curable. You can only manage it. Never stop your treatment, even if you are clear, your skin is clear.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like Aderonke said, never stop your treatment. And that brings me to letting you know that you need to be consistent. Skincare is not just something you do for a short period of time and then you drop it. And that's why it's important.
Skincare is a marathon, not a sprint.
It's a marathon. So think about what you can afford when you're starting out skincare. You don't want to put yourself in a fix just because you want to have a bright skin or beautiful skin. It doesn't have to be expensive. So find what you can afford that works for you and stick to it. I'm going to put up Aderonke's channel so you guys can go check out her videos. She has a lot of amazing videos there. You want to watch, like, subscribe, and we're going to be creating more videos for you. So let us know what you'd like us to talk about in the comment section. We're going to see you again next time. Bye.
All right, bye.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.